Although the American saddle horse is also shown as a three-gaited horse, a fine harness horse, an equitation horse, a show and country pleasure horse, and as a parade horse, he is known the world over as the five-gaited horse. No other breed of horse on our fair planet can do 5 gaits with the action, speed, precision, and animation of the truly fine American Saddlebred.
The way I usually describe it to new people who say, okay, what the world is a saddlebred and what is the difference, is that a quarter horse, for example, is very horizontal. Head comes straight out of their shoulders, and when they move their legs forward, but there's not a lot of up and down. A saddlebred is very vertical. Neck, on a really good one, comes straight up out of the shoulders rather than forward. And when they pick their legs up, there's just as much upward motion as there is forward motion.
But you know, quarter horse, jumping horse, they worry about them being sound. That's the number one thing they worry about. A saddlebred or a show horse, you got to worry about their timing, their animation, and still keep the sound. And all three of those combined get kind of complicated, because sometimes the three of them contradict each other. And you have to take a little bit from this one, take it to this one, and then take a little bit from that one and bring it back to this one because they got sore on you. But you have to keep in mind the therapeutic side, their animation, and their timing and balance. You know, side to side, front to back, otherwise they can't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you view the beautiful horses, and as you watch the five-gaited horse now before you, executing the 5 gaits so perfectly, do you not wonder just how such a horse came to be? Walk, please. These horses have the elastic gait of the American saddle horse, which is so pleasant to the rider and so beautiful to watch. Trot, please. A square trot is a diagonal 2-beat leaped gait, not a stepped gait as is the walk. At one point in the trot, a horse is actually flying, for all 4 feet are off the ground at once. The trot of the 5-gaited American saddle horse is extremely high-actioned and as speedy as possible, without sacrificing form. You will note that the necks of these horses are well flexed and that they carry their heads high, with a chin tucked in. Although, as you will see, the saddle horse is bred to trot with both speed and action. A trainer must spend many patient hours training a horse to go the way these do.
I like that. I like for every gait to be as perfect as possible. That's what I loved in training. I like the finishing. Starting the rack, too, but finishing them. So they were really right, you know.
Let's go slow gate. Slow gate, please. And slow gate.
The slow gait is a high, flashy gait. Some years ago, it was preferably a stepping pace. In this gait, the feet on each side move forward together, but the hind foot is placed on the ground shortly before the front one. Notice how skillfully the rider restrains the horse with the reins while urging her forward with the legs and the voice, causing her to go very high or climb in front. Isn't that a beautiful gait?
Well, your shoes, they add length and they add animation as long as it's controlled. You have to work closely with a trainer who's working the horse to see what we can put on them, how much we can get, and still keep the horse's best interests and soundness at stake.
Today, the slow gait is actually a dammed-up sustained rack performed faster than formerly, with extreme action in front and good use of the hocks, the hind legs. Some horses are able to hesitate on their hocks, thereby emphasizing the extreme action in front.
Well, he had a tremendous slow gait. This doesn't show you standing back good. He's just learning the rack here. But Bourbon was tremendous. He'd come up like this and hold it. And people would say, look at that, look at that. And he did too. Come way up above and hold it for a second. Oh, God.
The slow gait and the rack go back to being 4-beat gaits, only they're a lot faster than the walk. And the slow gait's kind of the middle speed, and then the rack should be really fast. And the rhythm for a good rack is going to sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really fast, and you just watch the legs, and you're like, whoa, how did they do that?
And now, show your horses in the back, please. Rack on.
The rack is the gait of the American saddle horse. Notice that each of the 4 feet strikes the ground at a different time, and that the intervals between beats are equal. How we love to hear that beautiful, even rhythm of the racking horse. The rider just sits tight and enjoys the ride, but it's lots of work for the horse. Let us remember that the 5-gaited horse is a product of America, one of which we may all be justly proud. First, out of the need of our nation for a strong, dependable, easy-gaited saddle horse, and later, out of the desire of that nation to create something beautiful, the American saddle horse was developed. This is the horse America made, a creation that has rightly been called the peacock of the horse world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And the saddle horse is a work of art. Of course, the others are too in their way, but the saddle horse absolutely is work of art.